I wake up every morning.
I talk a lot about focus, and I think, one thing I've learned, having lived here in New York and having my own business, is that opportunity is one of the greatest distractions in the world.
I agree.
It totally is. If your opportunity is not aligned with your purpose, then it's a major distraction. When I left the monastery and I started building my business, and once it started to grow, I had so many opportunities coming my way, people that wanted to partner and do things and new projects, and I was all excited, and I said, I can do all of this. And I remember speaking at an event in Toronto at the Mastermind Talks, which our friend Jason Gaynard runs. There was a gentleman that spoke there, Mark Echo, and after he spoke at the event, we were backstage, and I asked him, and this was a few years after I left the monastery, I said, Mark, and he had built $1 billion business from nothing.
Yeah, Echo. Right?
Yeah. And I asked him, I said, hey, if you had one piece of entrepreneurial advice to give an ex-monk who's learning to be an entrepreneur, what would it be? He said these words: stay narrow and deep. And I love that. And that's become my mantra: stay narrow and deep. He says, as you start to grow and scale, you'll find so many opportunities coming your way.
Right.
But if they're not aligned, don't take them.
When one looks at the crane, standing on one leg, completely focused into the waters, the crane with one pointed attention is looking at the waters as the fishes are swimming inside the waters. The crane will allow the small fish to swim around and not be satisfied with them. It'll allow the small fishes to go around and swim around. The crane will focus and wait for the big fish to come. If the crane settles with the small fish, it'll lose the big fish. And if the crane wants the big fish, it has to allow the small fish to pass by and go around. Similarly in life, when we want to focus on what is important, we should allow the small things to pass by. We shouldn't be distracted by the little things. Sometimes there'll be interpersonal issues and conflicts. Sometimes there'll be some health crises. Sometimes there might be a financial crisis. So many things keep happening in life. Let the small things pass by and focus on what's important.
Focus on the few, not the many. And I've been given that advice for 25 years. And I was given that advice when I was with the Onassis people. We think about too many different things, and we try to do too many things. Virtually almost everybody in the group is trying to do too many things, and the most successful, not unlike you, Josh, you focused once you pivoted on one thing, until you got the ball across the goal line, until you got the deal financed, and until you get the actual money finance and exchange contracts, as it's called in this country, the deal's not over till the fat lady sings, until it's over. And I see, you gave an example being on the 1-inch line 2 or 3 times, and I see a lot of kids falter at the 1-inch line, either because they're working on something else or they allow something else to obstruct their ultimate goal.
We all spend so much time with other people and other things in life, but we never invest any time in getting to know ourselves.
I can't judge you for what you're doing. The only test is, are you proud of yourself?
One of the best things that you can do is getting to know yourself, stripped of all the identities the world gives you.